Welcome to TS Reacts. This is a dark video today. It's chronicling the story of David and Celeste. David is a singer. He's a singer with a unique style. And we're going to find out about his social media journey with a young lady named Celeste. Celeste is no longer with us, and she would have turned 15 about a week and a half ago. David was on tour, but her remains were found in a car that was registered to him. There's tons of images and videos of them together, but we don't know what happened. We don't, and we won't know until someone is brought to justice for her not being able to walk freely on this earth anymore. Celeste, rest peacefully, young lady. There will be justice for you. Let's get into the video.
That's a real conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you, she's not in my life anymore. So it's like, people say that the string can't be cut and the connection cannot be severed, but I feel like it can sometimes. I really wanted the listeners to feel like they're reading a book almost, and they get into a different chapter with every song, but there's also that kind of pause where they can take every song in by itself and then have this kind of visual landscape in this interlude to kind of be in my head, in my mindset, and why I wrote the project like this and how everything went, just to like keep them even more interested and connected throughout the project for sure.
At the end of the interlude, correct me if I'm wrong here, she says, I love you. You don't respond. She says, I love you again. It repeats itself and you don't respond. Was that done purposely?
Absolutely, because the next song after that is This Really Love? So it's kind of like a lead into that kind of a transition type thing, you know?
A missing girl's body was just found in the trunk of a famous singer's Tesla, and now we finally know who she is. 15-year-old Celeste Rivas had been missing for over a year. Her remains were discovered by tow yard workers in Hollywood after a foul smell led them to open the trunk. The car, registered to singer David Anthony Burke, known simply as David. The teen was wrapped in plastic. A tattoo on her finger that read Chasse helped confirm her identity. Shockingly, David has the exact same tattoo, but that's not all. An unreleased track allegedly leaked last year had David singing about a girl named Celeste, calling her the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Still, David hasn't been named a suspect. His reps say he's fully cooperating. But fans are combing through his lyrics for clues, especially songs like Romantic Homicide. Authorities are now treating Celeste's death as a homicide. A nearby house has been searched. David's tour paused. The investigation still unraveling. Is this all just a tragic coincidence or something more? Drop your thoughts. What do you think happened?
Regarding Celeste's multiple disappearances, the teacher had long been aware of her romantic relationship with D4VD and even knew David had visited the classroom. He chose to remain silent about this. Informed sources indicate David had contact with the teacher, even collected D4VD's records, suggesting the teacher may have harbored a certain degree of special affection and admiration for the star. More disturbingly, the teacher only revealed the truth after the tragedy unfolded. During this critical period, it cannot be ruled out that David and his team reached some agreement with the teacher, leading to the deliberate concealment of relevant information. This could explain why police delayed arresting him. If he was indeed responsible, authorities would have to admit he had been under investigation since the girl's disappearance, effectively failing to fulfill their duty to protect children. The teacher's failure to report the incident promptly may stem from misjudging the situation, misunderstanding the nature of a romantic relationship, or fear of accountability. Yet this hesitation ultimately led to irreversible consequences. consequence.
No wonder D4VD releases a song every year on Celeste Rivas' birthday. The shocking truth behind it. Recently, everything about singer D4VD has been thrust into the spotlight. In early September, the police discovered the body of missing girl Celeste Rivas in a Tesla registered under D4VD's name. Following this, Celeste Rivas' mother spoke to the media, revealing that her daughter had a boyfriend named David and that she had a tattoo matching the one D4VD has. This series of coincidences quickly escalated the situation. However, netizens recently uncovered a chilling detail. It seems that D4VD releases a new song every year on Celeste Rivas' birthday. Could this just be a normal scheduling coincidence? In fact, D4VD's works released on her birthday almost always contain hints of loss, longing, and pain, which could be his way of atoning. He may have been using his music to remind himself of a past that remains unknown to the public. Moreover, record label scheduling typically follows commercial logic, but if the release date is always on the same day every year, the coincidence seems far too frequent. Some netizens suspect that this might be intentional on D4VD's part, leaving the mystery for the public to speculate on without offering any explanations. What do you think about this?
Okay, family, let's think about this. I'm going to leave it dark because this seems dark. This seems very dark. Now, I just became aware of this person named David earlier this week when I heard about the young lady's body being found in the trunk. And it concerned me being a mother of two daughters. At first, they didn't know whose body it was, and then they realized that it was a young lady's body, and then they mentioned the tattoo on her finger, and then they mentioned he had a matching tattoo, and then they started talking about the songs Romantic, oh, H0MCID3, you know the rest. I'm starting to think, and allegedly, I don't know this person, I don't know this young man. All I know is that he was a gamer, and that as a gamer, he was getting hit with copyrights for using other celebrities' songs as background to his gaming. And I know about copyrights because I'm doing this YouTube thing. So yeah, you got to pay attention to that. With that being said, his mom told him to make his own music, so he did. And his creative vibes led him in this direction. I'm concerned, I'm baffled, I'm confused. But everything that I'm seeing and hearing with my own ears is pointing in the direction of this young man. Allegedly. I'll say allegedly, just in between any word, because allegedly there was a live person who walked this earth who is no longer alive. Allegedly, that person has been missing for a year. Allegedly, that person's body was found in the trunk front of his Tesla car. His car, the celebrity who was allegedly on tour this entire time. And allegedly, he had coffins on the stage with him throughout the concert tours. Allegedly, he has on a shirt in most of this video repeatedly with bloody handprints on it. And allegedly, the person who is no longer here because they were found in the Tesla trunk front of the vehicle was dismembered. OMG. So allegedly, this poor young lady is possibly, allegedly, the person that he is singing about. We don't know the answer. Let's just hope, because I know what it's like to have a muse. Let's just hope that this person, David, is not using this young lady's memory and possibly her no longer being here with allegedly him having something to do with it. Let's hope he's not using that as a way to become infamous. Infamous. And if so, shame, shame, shame. I'm going to keep it dark because I don't see any reason for this to be illuminated. Let's get back to the video.
Has the body been identified? But it is being said that the body was actually dismembered. Do you guys remember about the story that was coming down all of our news feeds about a body being found in a Tesla trunk that was registered to a well-known singer or a musician by the name of David? Now, it was said that that Tesla was sitting at an impound, but it was registered to him. He was on tour. He was being 100% cooperative with the authorities, but they were having trouble trying to identify this person. But based on the weight, the height, and what they described about the body that they had found, a lot of people were saying that sounds like a child. Well, it is a child. That person has been identified as Celeste Hernandez, who was reported missing back on April of 2024.
TMZ has confirmed the body found in David's car belongs to 15-year-old Celeste. He went missing last year, and when they got in contact with the mom claims Celeste had the same tattoo that police identified and stated that she claimed her daughter was dating a boy named David. Now, people are saying the mom was lying until it's found out that David also shares the same tattoo as the victim that was found in his vehicle. Now, the only reason police haven't made David a suspect yet is because he claims that multiple people use his vehicle and that he was on tour around the time the situation happened when they found the car with the body in it. But right now, it's not looking too good. Sharing matching tattoos as a victim found in the vehicle. The victim mom claiming she went missing last year. The victim mom claiming that she had a boyfriend named David. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. It is really not looking too good right now. It's not looking too good for David right now. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Okay, this is crazy. So a 15-year-old girl went missing and was found dead in the trunk of a Tesla in a tow yard that was owned by a singer named David in the Hollywood Hills. Her name is Celeste Rivas. She went missing in April of 2024. When they found her, her body was severely decomposed, and they found her September 8th, 2025. But here's where things start to get really weird. So this singer David, he has an unreleased song called Celeste, where he's talking about being obsessed with this person, Celeste. So the singer didn't officially put out this song. Some speculate it's a light form of confession. He even put out a music video on the day of the girl who they found in his trunk's birthday, and the song is his most popular song. It's called Romantic Homicide. And even the girl in the video look very similar to Celeste. And he has tons of photos with this girl who they found in his car. And her mother said that she was dating a man named David before her disappearance. They share a matching tattoo. And it just seems like bro was obsessed with this girl named Celeste and killed her in a romantic homicide. Confessed to everything in his music. And then they found the body in his car. Correct me if I've missed anything.
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too? Can we delete anything? You done for, bro? Y'all are not done? Now you're gonna have wait.
Oh, look at answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan, big smile. Oh, thank you, Mitochondria.
I gotta sign with him if you even.
He trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
it's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
And she is a minor. She's from Lake Eisenhower.
Police searching a home in the Hollywood Hills tonight, close to where the teen's body was found.
Mike, do we know if this search has anything to do with the girl's death, though?
Yeah, so Susie and Juan, we are working on those details right now. What I can tell you is that it is literally right where we know that the car was towed from. So remember how this all happened, as you heard from Nicole? The car was towed from the Hollywood Hills. It wasn't until it was at the tow yard where the body was found. So if we go back to where the car was towed from tonight, there's a presence of Los Angeles police detectives that are out there. We can see them in their plainclothes suits. We also see crime scene techs. It appears to be centered at this home. Sky Cow was able to get a peek before it got dark, and we can see the garage door open, and we see what appear to be crime scene techs going in and out of that garage. There, you see it right there. You see the door to the home open on the inside. Another Tesla with the front open right there inside the garage.
I want to talk about this Reddit post that I talked about yesterday of this person talking about Celeste before she was identified as being the child in this guy's trunk. This person responded to somebody after they found out that this person was Celeste yesterday, and they said that her friends lost contact with her between early or mid-August. And he is saying that his little sister is one of Celeste's friends. And a lot of people are like, well, David was on tour.
They've now released images and messages of singer David and the girl who was found in his Tesla. This is a picture of David and Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was believed to be around 13 at the time, with the caption, "Celeste and David don't let me sleep." These are messages between Celeste and her friend at the time she was missing, where her friend says, "I'm just gonna check up on you," and she responds, "I don't want to talk to anyone." That's it. Okay, yes, of course, but you have to swear you're gonna stay safe. Are you gonna talk to David or go back with him, because I don't want you to get into any more trouble with him? I'm safe. No, I'm not. Okay, I love you. I'll text you in about a week. Don't delete Insta. Love you too. Here's where things get weird. Celeste says it can bleed and not bleed during, because you probably did it when you were younger. I didn't because I wasn't. You said you bled. What? I thought I did. I only bled with David. With Gus, I was just, and did it because he got mad at me the first time for not having with him. This is apparently a picture of David.
The case where I worked, this girl, although she'd only been dead for a day or two, she was in a pretty advanced stage of decomposition already. It was a very tight environment, and it was really tricky to get her out. In this case, the body is wrapped in trash bags. So what CSIs on scene are going to do, obviously they're taking photos. You can see people around documenting the scene, and they're going to remove the entire body in the trash bags that it's in, put it in a body bag, and transport it to the medical examiner's office for autopsy. And then once at the medical examiner's office, they're in a more controlled environment, and they can start to remove the body from the trash bags that she's in. Those trash bags then will go to the crime lab because they need to be processed for fingerprints, DNA, trace evidence, things like that. These can be difficult scenes. They're difficult physically. They are difficult because the body is typically going to be in a pretty advanced stage of decomposition, which makes evidence recovery a little bit more difficult. It's not a complex scene as far as evidence goes. You know, it's a fairly limited crime scene. It's really just contained to the vehicle at this point. It's just tricky from a physical standpoint. And of course, there are going to be secondary crime scenes. We've already seen police executing search warrants at a residence where the car was parked nearby before it was towed. So there's going to be subsequent scenes that have to be worked, and this investigation is ongoing still.
David brought a casket to every...
So let's just unwrap what was said. It's making sense now that allegedly they may have been in a relationship. Now, from what I've read and heard, she was 14 and her birthday was on September 8th, I believe, and she would have turned 15 this past few weeks. He's been on tour for about almost a year, and he's been singing songs that are allegedly kind of about her. He's now 20 years old. She would have been 15 a few weeks ago. There's a lot of things for him to be about, and that's for him to be a celebrity. Part of the problem is the people who are around him, knowing all of this video and picture evidence of them, the two people being together in the same space alone. That speaks volumes. She's not here, and he allegedly knew she was not here. And whoever sent those text messages said to be careful so that you don't get in trouble again. That's a lot. Alleged. It's all allegations. I don't know anything. I'm just bringing the information and putting it together in a package to deliver to you guys. Let's get back to the video.
David brought a casket to every concert of his, where every concert was a funeral, and David told us why he did it. And David's reasoning is even more spookier than I could have ever imagined. And now after seeing all the evidence that has been pulled from David's house, not only does it look like David is completely cooked, and even more worse, it's concerning that a lot of David's fans didn't even think twice when they saw this casket, because based on everything that I have seen from a David concert so far, all of David's shows seem to have some sort of demonic presence, as well as David having this weird obsession with DEATA, considering that he referenced it so many times in a lot of his songs. Even more insaner, David was obsessed with Hello Kitty. A lot of reports had Celeste last seen wearing these Hello Kitty Crocs, and even more insaner, David's profile picture on TikTok is a DEAD Hello Kitty. And now a lot of people are speculating that David's concerts were a funeral for her. And now every new alleged detail that is coming out about this is disgusting. And it even makes me more sicker to my stomach seeing this new video of what looks to be Celeste going backstage at David's concert, wearing those same Hello Kitty Crocs. Now this is all alleged and speculation. Is David cooked?
All the weird evidence I've seen from the David and Celeste case. He's reposted disturbing things saying if I see my girl talking to another guy and it's chicken being chopped up or someone having something pointed to their head, reposted this. David is really throwing funerals at his shows. Literally a whole setup. Now in this photo, it's him with something covering his eyes. And this music video, obviously disturbing. Look at what they're doing at the back of the trunk of a car. He has the same eye fold in the funeral photo. I guess hires lookalikes of this Celeste girl.
He also has a prayer page called David Prays talking about Jesus, which is great to
to be closer to God, but it also could mean he feels really guilty. We know they knew each other through FaceTimes, videos, photos together, and he apparently also paid off her classmates not to say anything about them two together. She was obsessed with Hello Kitty, and there's so many things posted of him wearing her Hello Kitty stuff. And a guy who worked at a jewelry shop in LA said that he saw David come in with Celeste. He remembers her face because she was apparently very out of it, moving slow on something. She was way too young for him, and he was obviously very obsessed with her. Some people say he couldn't have done it because he was on tour. Those nights at the tour, he was in California. Some people think she passed from doing too much, you know, because there was limbs and not all of the limbs. It's kind of hard to say. Police searched his home, took a computer and other evidence, so we'll see.
It's just been found out that David shares the same tattoo as the body that was found in his car, bro. TMZ has confirmed the body found in David's car belongs to 15-year-old Celeste. Because went missing last year, and when they got in contact with the mom claims Celeste had the same tattoo that police identified, and stated that she claimed her daughter was dating a boy named David. Now, people are saying the mom was lying until it's found out that David also shares the same tattoo as the victim that was found in his vehicle. Now, the only reason police haven't made David a suspect yet is because he claims that multiple people use his vehicle and that he was on tour around the time the situation happened when they found the car with the body in it. But right now, it's not looking too good. Sharing matching tattoos as a victim found in the vehicle. The victim mom claiming she went missing last year. The victim mom claiming that she had a boyfriend named David. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. It is really not looking too good right now. It's not looking too good for David right now. I'm gonna be completely honest.
The girl that was found decomposing in the front trunk of David's Tesla has finally been identified, and based on all the new details we just got, it seems that this is not going to end well for David. So for context, this girl's name is Celeste, and she was found in the front trunk of David's Tesla, and it turns out that Celeste was 15 years old. And this is where it makes me even more sicker to my stomach, because the remains that were found of Celeste were initially so unidentifiable, and this is where it gets even more worse, because Celeste has been missing since April of 2024. Her Celeste moms just told TMZ that her daughter had been dating a boyfriend named David and had mentioned getting a tattoo with him, as the tattoo that Celeste had on her finger was a tattoo that said shh, which is a tattoo that David also has. A reminder that David is 20 and Celeste is 15, and this is where it gets even more insaner, as seemingly David didn't even have this shish tattoo until a year ago. And remember, the night that the body was found in David's front, David went on stage in Minneapolis and seemingly did not directly address this, as he has allegedly been cooperative. And remember, this is all alleged and nothing has been confirmed yet. A lot of people are saying that after a 15-year-old with a matching tattoo of you found in your car is not a good look.
Wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one?
Here's the latest update on the David and Celeste case. Now, as you heard earlier, or seen earlier, it's all over social media. This guy right here is a famous singer. She is his love interest. This guy right here is a science teacher. Now, he confirms that these two had a relationship.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was this?
We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, that it was this rapper, and then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
Police have executed a search warrant searching the house he was apparently staying at and walking out with what may well be evidence.
Right. How bizarre is that, right? So, turns out he went on tour in August. She went missing last year. So they say that the police department, they walked out with boxes of evidence, part of his computer, and a couple of boxes of things, and that will come out later. I'm figuring if there is any evidence, it'll be evidence of her staying there, because she reportedly did stay there because she had ran away from her house more than once. Now the timeline has her missing like up to a year before this whole fiasco of finding her. David went on tour in August, so technically he could have had time to do something before he left, but we don't want to speculate. We're hoping that it's not him. We're hoping it's a misunderstanding, and we're sorry that she's gone, but there's somebody that has an answer for this. We will keep you updated.
Professional and creepy lyrics in D4VD's unreleased new song? No one realized that the 5-year-old Celeste Rivas had sent out 3 distress signals, all of which were suppressed by D4VD. The remains found in the trunk of D4VD's Tesla have been confirmed to be those of 5-year-old Celeste. Although the police have not yet named him as a suspect, netizens discovered an unreleased new song on his X account with lyrics that say, "I sat in the back of the police car, forgot everything I knew, I won't say a word," clearly indicating his intention not to admit his crime. Moreover, Celeste had already sent out distress signals, which is enough to prove that D4VD is implicated in her death. First, in 2024, missing person notices for Celeste were circulating online. Her mother confirmed that her daughter had been dating someone named David before her disappearance, but no one could have imagined that the 4-year-old Celeste had any connection to D4VD at the time. Second, Celeste seemed to have already sensed that she might be harmed by D4VD, so before her disappearance, she got the same tattoo on her finger as D4VD. This way, even if she were, the police could find clues on her body. Finally, after Celeste's death, D4VD began dating many girls named Celeste. Netizens have already uncovered several girls with the same name, which may be a tactic by D4VD to obscure the truth.
More and more evidence is coming out showcasing David's relationship with this child right here, Celeste, who was ultimately found deceased in a bag in his Tesla's trunk. Now, David and Celeste had been talking since at least 2023. It's possible, according to one of Celeste's friends who was talking to me, that they were talking in 2022 as well. Now, in Celeste's camera roll on her phone from December 12th, 2023 at 9:28 p.m., there is a video of David with a song playing that he is singing in the background about Celeste. At this point, Celeste would have been 13, David would have been 19. Now, according to the messages that I'm seeing between Celeste and a couple of her friends, it does seem that there was some hesitancy with David dating Celeste, and he tried to maybe pull away from her because he knew it was wrong, but then ultimately ended up getting back with her. And I feel like this probably could have been motive if he did do something to her, for why he would have. In some of the messages, Celeste is telling her friend that David was trying to break things off, but then they talked, they cried with each other, and then he ended up changing his mind. So was something done to her because he didn't want to be with her anymore and maybe felt like this was his only way out? Was something done to her because he was afraid that it would come out that he as an adult was dating a minor? Is it possible that she had OD'd on something? In some of the messages, she does talk about how she was drinking. Now
they've now released images and messages of singer David and the girl who was found in his Tesla. This is a picture of David and Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was believed to be around 13 at the time, with the caption, "Celeste and David don't let me sleep." These are messages between Celeste and her friend at the time she was missing, where her friend says, "I'm just gonna check up on you," and she responds, "I don't want to talk to anyone. That's it." Okay, yes, of course, but you have to swear you're gonna stay safe. Are you gonna talk to David or go back with him, because I don't want you to get into any more trouble with him? I'm safe. No, I'm not. Okay, I love you. I'll text you in about a week. Don't delete Insta. Love you too. Here's where things get weird. Celeste says it can bleed and not bleed during, because you probably did it when you were younger. I didn't because I wasn't. You said you bled. What? I thought I did. I only bled with David. With Gus, I was just, and did it because he got mad at me the first time for not having with him. This is apparently a picture of David paying off Celeste's friends not to expose their relationship. This is a Discord chat dating back to 2022 where David says Celeste in here and she responds, "Hi David." And another one in 2024 where people say he has a GF and her name is Celeste. Here's another picture where they seem to be FaceTiming. And another one where they're together as well, and this is dated December 12th of 2023. Rest in peace to Celeste. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
A very demonic story just broke. This young lady named Celeste went missing at the age of 13, and she would be 15 now, and they found her remains decomposed in the back of an impounded vehicle allegedly owned by this artist right here. Something strange is they apparently had matching tattoos on their index finger that said shh. So when you look at this, she's underage, and they're basically saying keep quiet about this. And what's even more disturbing, when you look at his lyrics, he says, I killed you in the back of my mind. He says he didn't regret it.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it.
And then in the music video, he's seen covered in blood, dragging a body, and then he throws it in the vehicle. So this is a warning to be careful to what type of music you listen to. It's so much more than just a song. Now, I'm not saying this man is guilty. There's an investigation ongoing and the singer is being cooperative with authorities, but it's kind of strange. Let me know what y'all think.
So some evidence just came out on David again, but it gets confusing. First, LAPD did go and search David's house late Wednesday and left with a computer and several evidence bags. You see this video everyone is saying Celeste? It's a different Celeste. This Celeste is the 13-year-old that's missing, right? This Celeste at the bottom is the one that y'all keep seeing in the video. The page that blog pages keep showing that he follows. The one that was in these photos. I guess he hung out with a grown girl named Celeste as well. But the Celeste that ran away at 13, he posted songs on her birthday. And this photo with Hello Kitty slippers matches the missing report description of Hello Kitty sandals. Then you got this where that is her forehead. That is her forehead. So it's like, so we have messages, multiple images of him with the young Celeste. But also there's, as of 2024, he was with the older Celeste a lot of the time. This is giving me the biggest headache in the world. I incline you guys to please stop sending me screenshots of stuff. It's making my head hurt. Yeah, I don't know what to think of this no more. I'm sorry. It's throwing me for a loop.
Okay, if there was something that took place, a crime, if that happened, and if that person allegedly has something to do with it, he either thinks he's extremely intelligent, more intelligent than anybody in the world, or he is the wackiest dude on the planet. I mean, come on. Come on. What in the world is happening? What is he thinking? I don't know anything. I don't know him. I don't know what he does. I just heard this one song over and over and over again this week. And I think he's creative. But if you're using your creativity for evil, why mess with a child in the first place? And then go out and find a duplicate who's of age with the same name. Wow. What kind of world are we living in? It must be the generation. I hate to say that. But people have no sensitivity anymore. After 2020, nobody feels anything. And they'll get away with whatever they can get away with. And most of the time, no one says anything. Let's get back to this video. My head hurts. Ooh.
This story has me going down is crazy as hell, okay? So ain't nothing to it but to get into it. Let's go. Now y'all bear with me till the end because I'm going to post a lot of stuff in this video. But doing my due diligence and going down the rabbit hole and looking at all the evidences that have been presented out, not been confirmed how she has passed away and who unalived her. But when you look at the past music that David made, you would sit here and think that he was really telling y'all and leaving Easter eggs within his music. And I'm going to show y'all why. Let's get into it. If that shit wasn't eerie to you, let me show you this too. there's a video, this video, that David made, right? And in the video, it seems like he's singing to an ex or a girlfriend or something, or a love that's no longer here. Even to the point where at the end of the video, a girl that resembles Celeste gets a white rose, okay? You know, symbolic white roses and all that good stuff. Just like in the beginning of the Selena movie. You know what I'm saying? But there's this clip in the video where a girl pops up on the wall and it resembles Celeste. As well as the Tesla outside of it, okay? So this is the black Tesla that they found the body in. Now, neighbors were spoken to in regards to the vehicle, and they said that the vehicle, in appearance-wise, looked really dusty, not driven, you know, recently, and it had damage to it, right? Then, not to mention, there is also a video floating around of a screen recording of basically somebody speaking with Celeste's brother, and he basically said that this has been an issue for a while. The cops didn't do anything when they reported that David was messing with a minor, and so on and so forth. But I'm gonna let you see the video yourself, and you guys can read and pause and everything like that, so you guys can get the idea yourself. But since the video has came out, he actually has been unfollowed by David. He used to have 1,001 followers. Now he only has 1,000 because he unfollowed Celeste's brother. And I know I posted this in a clip earlier, but I had to double back, okay? Not only is this disgusting, right? Your merchandise is basically shirts that look like you unalive somebody, right? Has a big ass blood handprint right here. This is all demented, y'all. This is all demented. Of course, you guys know how I get. So when I go down a rabbit hole, I go down that rabbit hole. So make sure you guys follow, like, and comment down below your thoughts in regards to the situation. I'll keep you guys posted on any trending topic that I speak on this page or any other platform that I have. And again, healing energies, positive energies to the family of Celeste.
That boy was 18 and she was 13 years old. Like, they saying she's 15 now, but they was messing around back in 2023, like starting in 2022, 2023. So she was 13 and he was 18. And then apparently her mom knew that she was messing with some boy named David, but I guess her fucking antennas wasn't up enough, or I don't know I'm not gonna judge her as a mama. I'm not gonna judge her mama, but I don't know what the fuck went on with that. Moral of the story is that boy probably needs to be arrested. I heard he done canceled the rest of his tour dates or whatever, but you got pictures with this girl. Then come to find out, not all your fucking videos is coming up, and every girl that he used in the fucking video looks exactly like Celeste. Like, he be letting them do the same curly hairstyle, or I guess it's just a natural little hairstyle or whatever, but he got a motherfucking type. And then they got it's the matching tattoos. It's like, then it's your Tesla. The Tesla in the boy fucking name. Oh, and then that song he got, that I think he called it Romantic Homicide. He talk about I feel like that's his little confession. He confessed. You know how some people do stuff. It was probably an accident. Or it was probably like, out of them, what do they call it? Like rage. You be in a romantic rage, or I don't know what it was, but I think he did it. Whatever it was, he did it. But regardless of the fact, he just need to come on, tell the truth, and shame the devil.
So this man was 18 dealing with a 13-year-old. The mother knew that the 13-year-old had a boyfriend named David. The mother knew that it was her daughter that was found when they found the deceased body in the Tesla, because she had tatted on her, and the same place that she had it tatted on her, he has it tatted on him as well. And even though the mother said that she knew that her daughter was dating a boy named David, here's the proof in the pudding. Like, they were obviously together, which is disgusting because you was 18 dealing with a 13-year-old little kid. What's wrong with you? I feel like she ran away to be with him. He probably got her pregnant and she wanted to keep the baby, and he needed to get rid of the evidence. The proof is literally in 4K. First of all, the man got a type. Every single girl that he uses in his music videos look just like Celeste, literally. Like, they literally all look alike. The fact that he has a song called Romantic Homicide is very chilling. The fact that he talked about that he unalived her in the back of the car in the song. Of course, he's nowhere near the investigation as he's on tour right now, but he's cooperating with the police. He did it. Period, point blank. It's a matter of time before we see that there's a warrant that has been put out for his arrest for her murder. May Celeste rest in peace, because she was a child. She was 13. She literally did not have a chance to live her life. And I hope he gets thrown under the prison. You got a Tesla in your name with a decomposed body of a girl that you were dating that was 13 and you were 18, and you think that you're gonna look innocent? Boy, bye.
Social media. I mentioned earlier, I'm a mother of 2 daughters. My oldest daughter, may she rest peacefully, she passed from a car crash in 2017. She was 25. My Melissa, I love her. But, and there's no but on me loving her, but I remember when she was 16. And there was this young fellow who knows that if I see him, I'm going to come just like I always did. Because he was 19. He went to the same high school. And I'm not sure if he ever graduated. It'd be damn tight, They'd be the oldest, as old as the principal, and be trying to find the youngest girl. So the only way I knew of him is when she was in the hospital for her asthma and he came to visit. It was just something about him. He looked old. And every time I saw him, I was an attitude having mama. And her asthma would flare up and I'd have to bring it down. But anyway, old dudes need to stay away from mothers' daughters, period. So I'm having a problem with this. I'm having a problem with the fact that they together too much. They in pictures touchy. If they wasn't doing anything, they was on their way. And I'm sorry, as a mother, and we have to think ahead of our children. We have to think ahead of the people that's trying to hang out with our children, period. There's no innocence in that scenario on his part. She was a child and she didn't know no better. Then let's think about the celebrity aspect. Celebrities that have a certain way of thinking. And I watch TV all day, every day. I'm sorry. I love me some Michael Jackson, some Prince, Elvis Presley. I'm dating myself. Jerry Lee Lewis. Each one of those people. Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. I don't know what he did. There were allegations against him. I pray in my heart that they were never true. And I believe in my heart that they were never true. But there were allegations. Prince. I love Prince. Oh my goodness. When I see him, my heart just says, Prince. But let me tell you, she was 16 when she met him. And she was there and not dealt with until she was 18. But it was always there. There is there. I'm sorry, Mate, I love you too. Come on. How were you there? I mean, you were dancing, yeah. But then you married him. I'm sorry, I love Michael Jackson, I love Prince. And I love you too, Mate. I'm just saying. Jerry Lee Lewis, he literally married the 14-year-old cousin. His cousin. Okay? Elvis Presley, may he rest in peace. I either like or I don't know how I feel about Elvis Presley. There was one rumor that he said something against people with my complexion. And I don't know if it's true, but if it is true, shame on you. But rest. I just hope it wasn't. He was very talented. But just think, the talented person, they have they are isolated. They're into themselves because they think differently than other people. And they look for something to cling to. If this guy was messing with this young girl, and if the previous video, something happened that she ended up not being with us due to allegedly him doing something to her, then he shouldn't have been around her in the first place. The teacher, well, I guess he found out when everybody else found out. And maybe he's warning his students to stay away from either celebrities or stay away from older people. High school, 13 up till supposedly 18 when you're supposed to graduate at the high end of that. Supposedly, unlike this dude that if I see him, I better not see him. Because what is he? My daughter would be 33 now, so he would be almost 40 or something. I don't know, that's gross. I don't want to see him. Back to what I was saying. When I started high school, I was 13. I graduated at age 17. I don't know how. I think I skipped kindergarten. I was that smart. But anyway, I skipped kindergarten. I was able to go to first grade at the age of 4. I don't know, in the 70s, who knows. They used to have skip grades or whatever back then. I don't know if they have them now. But I remember my first couple of weeks of high school. Those giant grown men was basically chasing me. I mean, I'm a little girl, leave me alone. And, you know, but they were standing at the door. It was cute. But no, it's bad. It's bad. Stay away from minors. And see, I don't think anybody really says that. I don't remember anybody ever saying stay away from older boys. I just remember looking at this person who's trying to say he's my boyfriend, and you're old. Ugh, you got a beard. Ugh, and you smell like cigarettes. Ew, you know, that's what I remember. So back then, the 80s, people still smoked this. Whoa, it's so weird. Anyway, let's get back to the video. This dude had a coffin at his concerts and bloody handprints all over his shirt. Talked about death all the time. And he was in love with a girl named Celeste, who is no longer here, but was found in his registered vehicle while he was away on tour. And supposedly, a lot of people drove his old dusty, dried up vehicle that ain't been touched since he left. I don't know. What do you think? Leave some messages in the comments. I'd love to read them and reply. But we're going to get back to this video. It's wrapping up in a minute. And, you know, I'm perplexed. My head hurts. I'm frustrated about this grown man and this child. The fact that he knew her and had spent so much time together and spent time alone, period. Back in the olden days, her brother would have been in the room and she would have never been alone with that dude. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you are an adult, you spend your time with adults. Leave the children to play with children. Children do not play with adults. Be a grown man and be with people your own age. Whoever you are. This person, the people at the high school, the people anywhere in the world, pedophile, nasty people, leave young people alone. They don't belong to you, okay? You don't get to take innocence. You don't get to touch them. You don't get to do nothing. What's wrong with these people? Let's get back to this video.
Social media has already cracked the case. David, say your goodbyes. You're about to be locked up for a very long time. What is a 20-year-old doing with a 15-year-old? This man went as far as getting matching tattoos with this 15-year-old. The tattoo isn't helping your case. The car not being reported stolen isn't helping your case. Her mom saying that she had a boyfriend named David is not helping your case. Your music. Oh, let's not get started on your music. Your music is definitely not helping your case. I don't know about you guys, but I know who I'm pointing my fingers at. This little girl, because that's what she was a little girl, she was a child. She went missing when she was about 13 years old. I hate to blame the parents, but at the same time, if your child is 13 years old and you know that they have a boyfriend, you should know more than just that boyfriend's name. Did you meet him at school? Do you have class with him? Do I know his parents? You understand what I'm saying? It's gotta be more than just, oh, David. David could be anybody. David could be a 19, 20-year-old singer who goes on tour and dates little girls.
Let's circle back to the high school. And I think I thought of this before, but I don't know. When you're in high school, when you're in any school, we know that the adults should keep their distance from the children. In any kind of situation, altercation, the seniors, the juniors, their age group, should there be some kind of rule? You know, or I don't know, some kind of rule where if a teacher sees a senior who's a certain age group and he's dating a freshman, she might even be a cheerleader. Should that be reported? Should that be information given to the parents? Should the teacher take action? Should the adult student who, once they're outside of that building, and if they do anything against the law, they go to, you know what, as an adult? Should there be something that rolls back in that direction where our eyes are on these children at this time of the day until this time in the afternoon? Some policing there. And then that'll carry on to, I don't want any problems with that here or at home or outside of the house. Yes, the last person said that the parent, the mother, should be doing this and that. I am a mother. And I tell you, them kids are hard to keep track of. And they are hard to, even when you know what you know, to handle. Anxiety medicine is a real thing. I take my anxiety medicine every day. And I promise you, it's because of my 3 children. I mentioned I have 2 daughters. I have a son, too, in that direction. It's a whole nother thing, raising boys to men. It's a whole nother thing. And they don't mess with no young girls. No. I ask for ID when he's dating. Well, how old are you? Let me see your driver's license or your ID. And that's just me covering me. I've already talked to him. He better not bring nobody young in my house. But no, we don't have those kind of problems. It's just a whole nother thing. Men, I have a video on the mentality of men later. But nothing against men. I love men. I'm just saying, different videos, different subjects. What I'm saying is, should the school system take part in making sure that, regardless if it's an older female and a younger student, or a younger girl, or older male and a younger, whoever, whatever gender roles, period, if there is a person that's of a certain age group that's considered an adult, and then there's someone under that line that's considered a minor, there should be a line that should not be crossed, even on the schoolyard. I don't know. I'm just saying. Let's get back. We're going to wrap it up.
Social media may be solving this case faster than the FBI. They are now saying that David had a song called Celeste. David is a famous singer, and there was a 15-year-old dead girl that was found in his car. Now, the girl's name is Celeste Hernandez. The song leaked is called Celeste, and it talks about wanting to make her his Valentine and also making her suicidal. He also had a song called Romantic Homicide, which is literally him talking about killing someone that he's in love with. Now, there's another picture that surfaced on social media, and after research, people located this that he is in Lake Elsinore. That's exactly where she is from. That exact location is 0.3 miles away from where she used to live, which is a 6-minute walk. Also leaked Discord messages and also pictures of them together. You can't see her full face, but you can see the date. It is 2023. If it is her, she would be about 12 to 13 years old in this picture, and he would be about 17 or 18 years old. They post a picture and he responds, "You are a Fed." It kind of adds up because she did go missing in 2024 when she was 13 years old, and she was recently now found dead in his car. They both have matching tattoos, and there's a lot of things adding up, and it's not looking good for him.
Not David's leaked song being about a girl named Celeste. No, guys, I'm not kidding. Another coincidence. David professes his love for someone named Celeste in one of his leaked songs, and it's the same name as the 15-year-old girl who was found dead in his Tesla. The lyrics are as followed: "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath, I'm obsessed." The Never verse also features the name "Oh Celeste, afraid you'll only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed, but I digress because." And when the song was leaked in December of 2023, it was titled Celeste Demo, unfinished. And her mother did tell TMZ that her daughter, Celeste, who went missing in April of 2024, had a boyfriend named David. We also now have a photo that has resurfaced online today showing David in Lake Elsinore, a short walk from where Celeste was living. And there is another image now circulating around the internet, and it appears to show David with someone who looks a lot like Celeste. And look at the text written on the image: "Celeste and David, don't let me sleep." But authorities have not confirmed that that is Celeste in the photo, but it looks a lot like her. And let's not forget the matching tattoos on their fingers. And David has scrapped his show in Seattle tonight, and he is believed to be traveling back to LA.
I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear. I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did. It was something that I decided to do. And I killed her in the back of my mind. It's really more of a figurative "I killed you," especially in the back of my mind. I try to stress that in the back of my mind. That's why I say it so loud. In the back of my mind, you died. In the back of my mind, I killed you. So it's all in the mind, because that's the most secure place you can be, is in your mind. So if you can expel that thought from your mind, then everything else will just come together.
Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching TS Ditto Reacts. This one was a little dark and very different, much like David's music. I don't know David. I don't know if he had anything to do with Celeste no longer being here. I hope not. All we can do now is pray that Celeste rests peacefully, and that the law enforcement finds out the truth, so that there will be justice for Celeste. She deserves justice. We don't know who would have done what was done to her, and we can't point fingers at anyone. That's not my job. My job is to bring information the best way I can. So I will not point fingers at anyone. I don't know you, David. I don't know your music. I've only heard lots of it this week. I just hope you had nothing to do with her being harmed. Whoever had something to do with her being harmed, they will meet justice, even if it's not while they're walking on this earth. Hopefully they will find justice while they're still walking on this earth. That'll be for her parents and for her. But the ultimate judgment is for all of us, for whatever we have done on this earth. There are no skeletons that won't be revealed. There will be no secrets, even if they were shush. I don't know what happened, and I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just bringing you information from TS Ditto Reacts. I'm asking those of you who watch to like, subscribe, hit the notifications button, and leave me a comment. I'd love to respond. I also want you to never forget me. here all the time. And I'll be back for the next video. Bye-bye.